Mass Effect 2. Oh wow, this is insane. Even just hitting that loading screen again, that was pretty crazy. Was not expecting this, oh god, I keep on thinking I need to put the my face on the other side of the screen. But then, yeah, how often is that going to come up? And because this is on Xbox, I get to load my previous save file, whereas when Mass Effect 2 was released on PlayStation 3, it didn't have the previous Mass Effect. But they had a sort of a DLC thing, a comic book, where you chose all of the options, or the choices. Now we need to make some of these decisions. Or if I thought this was the comic book about the decisions. Are you reading this? This difficulty is intended for players who are familiar with shooters and RPGs casual. Subtitles, I'm thinking about it. I guess I'll do the subtitles again because I'm still going to be talking a little bit, though it does seem like it's better without subtitles. If the subtitles were a little bit better in this game, I thought, because they don't have such a bold font. While listening to it on headphones, I'm imagining what it was like the first time again. Oh my god. Oh, it's still not as cool as actually doing it. And then...
Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for. Saving the Citadel, but leaving the Council to die. Humanity's place in the galaxy is stronger than ever. And still, it's not enough.
Humans may control the Council, but Shepard remains our best hope.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
One month after the devastating Geth attack on the Citadel, humanity seized political control of the galaxy. Now the human-led council is forced to respond to evidence that the Reapers, enormous machines that eradicated all advanced civilization Okay, that is difficult to read out loud fast enough. I guess you still could have scanned I think this game's kind of about speed reading a little bit.
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser is changing course. Now on intercept trajectory.
Can't be. Stealth systems are engaged. There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
sort of difficult to talk over the cinematic.
Somebody get that fire out!
Because it was slightly like, oh wow, that ship just sort of snuck up on you. Then these graphics look slightly better than the first one, and like that was sort of more cinematic. You know, the camera was following them around.
Will the Alliance get here in time?
They'll be here. Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
The Alliance won't abandon us. We just need to
Is
hold
it
on.
blowing you out of the
Get
water?
everyone onto the escape
Joker's
shuttle.
still in the
That
cockpit.
means-
He won't abandon ship. I'm not leaving either.
There's no time to argue.
I need you to get the crew onto the evac shuttle. I'll take care of Joker.
Commander,
Ashley, go. Now.
aye aye. Everybody in. Go, go, go!
So I wasn't expecting that. First thing that happens right away is your ship is destroyed. It almost seems like something bad happening.
Mayday! 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 This is SSB Normandy!
Oh gosh, experiencing the game this way, everything is hitting me a lot harder, though probably still not as hard as the first time playing it if you actually are just sitting down trying to enjoy it. I can feel some of the force of all this stuff hitting me with the headphones on, watching it this close to the screen, recording it. Here's a zero gravity part. Yeah, it almost just looks
Come on, Joker.
awesome, and then
have
someone's
to get
going
out
to
of here.
not enjoy it.
No, I won't
Well,
abandon
we'll
the
see how it
I can still
goes.
save her!
This is just like
The Normandy's lost.
10 minutes
Going down with the
in,
ship won't change that.
and you haven't really done a lot of gameplay either.
Help me up. They're coming around for another attack! Watch the arm!
Right. I thought he was gonna try and not, that he was just saving Joker. Why would the escape pod button be over there? Yeah, this is really dramatic. I almost feel like I could zero. Yeah, it's like it's hitting pretty hard right now. I'm watching this guy go down with the ship and saving his, medically ill pilot. And then him falling from space and dying. Well, that was also sort of unexpected, and spoiler alert, but it happens right in the first 10 minutes of the game. And then I think that is a Halo 3 thing. Now, Halo 3, it begins with Master Chief falling from the sky, and he just gets right back up. because I think the joke there is that there's no falling damage in the game. So it's like, oh, he fell from the sky and then got right back up, like his suit can
Commander
go
Shepard
through,
has been recovered.
you know, air
The
turbulence
Lazarus
and
Project will
fire
proceed
and
as
stuff
planned.
like that, and then take the collision force of the ground, and he can just get up. I mean, even if it wasn't just his suit, it's also like him, but he is a super soldier. But yeah, well, the same thing happens to Commander Shepard. He falls from space, but then he actually did die, and then you don't know, they're like making him a cyborg. He's like RoboCop, or maybe they're cloning him. But then it's also like, how do you feel about that? Well, it looks like they got most of him together. And maybe you can believe he's stronger now that he has implants or something. I don't know, this kind of tension's just sort of going off, but you probably don't actually feel good about being a cyborg or having been dead and brought back to life. Looks like you can change what class you're playing as. I guess I'll just keep on being soldier. I sort of am looking at all of them. Like, what are the class options again? Engineer, Adept, Sentinel, Vanguard, Infiltrator, Soldier. Well, Adept is pretty cool that you can use biotics, like Commander Shepard could have been a biotic or whatever character you made. It's almost like you need to play the biotic playthrough, even more so in this one. And then Vanguard had a cool biotic ability where you charge into your enemies, and people watching don't know how much fun you're having by pushing that button. But then it is like just pushing a button and then the same special effect playing over and over again.
Reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of its surroundings.
And that can also be upsetting that, oh, you don't get all the stuff. And there's fun things to play with that you don't get to use.
Not ready yet. Give him the
You
sedative.
need to do multiple playthroughs of the game.
Don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
I was noticing that this is,
Brain activity is off
you
the
know, like
charts.
she's all in your face while you're sleeping and
It's not
stuff.
working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal.
Where it's kind of intimate, but it's also sort of violating a little bit. Or it's like they've kidnapped you, but at the same time they've saved your life. So you don't really know how to react to this stuff.
Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack.
And now he's got the Cerberus logo on his clothes. And in my previous playthrough, and the one before that, you didn't really know who Cerberus was because I was sort of doing speed runs. And you need to sort of poke around and do some of the side missions to find out about Cerberus. And then this is also what it was like not knowing who Cerberus was. And it's like, why do people keep on reacting like that? Oh, you're working with Cerberus? Then there's the word Cerberus too, and you're talking about the three-headed dog of Hades. And the game's forcing you to take this position if you want to keep playing, where now you're working for the enemy, sort of. It's kind of what the whole game was like, slightly, but not necessarily.
Nice work, Shepard.
Yeah, it's looking good. Even seeing it again is sort of just exciting right now.
Don't waste time. I can't keep the mechs distracted for long.
It's something I commented on. Maybe it didn't get to you, But I was talking about it to someone that something about playing. Oh, it's weird how the game stops being fun once you beat it, and then how you have to wait until it leaves your short-term memory or something for the game to be fun again. And that doesn't seem weird because that just seems like it makes sense, but none of this really makes sense what you're doing here. You know, what you're doing in the video game. Like, you have this very specific tolerance of the video game where the video game is being released and it needs to meet the specific standards of that year, which will then no longer be good or acceptable, but it was really good at the time.
Quick update. The cost of this project is astronomical. Over 4 billion credits so far. But nobody seems to care that we've gone over budget. I don't know where the boss gets all this money.
And then you're only going to play the game for 10 to 20 hours. And if you don't get 20 or 30 hours out of the game, then you think it wasn't actually that good. It's like, well, it needs to be 30 hours or more. It's like, are you sure? 'Cause I'm hoping I can also do a speed playthrough of the game. It's only 8 hours. We'll see. Like, what is the exact specific amount of things that I need to do to try and beat the game as fast as I can on hardcore,
Right, sorry
like I did last time.
I'm Jacob Taylor. I've been stationed
First
here
match, like, just to see how that goes. It's also crazy talking to everyone and just being excited to meet them no matter what. I better click on all those dialogue options the first time.
First step, let's finish off these metal bastards. We're low on thermal clips.
And then you're looking more at their face when the subtitles aren't there. But then there's also my face on the screen distracting you. So then it's not as immersive, but it's still going up. Powers, the biotics, they look better in this one. They do a different cooldown system. Whereas in the first game, all the powers cool down separately.
What's the quickest
in
way
this
to those
one, you
shuttles?
have one cooldown.
Depends where the mechs are thickest. It's probably best if you...
Wait, actually, I haven't been playing long enough to be able to remember. But I know you have one cooldown and can't use
here with Commander
different
Shepard.
powers
Just took out a wave
while
of mechs
that
over in
cooldown is going.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the surface.
And then you don't have different suits of armor, weapons, and
let's get out of here.
Armor and weapon mods that you're constantly getting, and then they can sell those. You don't get that in this one. You have very specific weapons that you find and unlock, and then you can choose which weapons you have on you at the beginning of a mission. And you use ammo now, and I think ammo is better. But I liked in the first one how you had unlimited ammo, and there was just that overheat thing. Now everything has thermal clips, and then your shield looks different too. Now it's that bar at the bottom, and you can't see your health bar until it goes through your shield, so that must mean that your shield is just a second health bar, and that there aren't damage types that go through your shield and damage your health. You know, shield bypass. So otherwise they'd have to show you both health bars at the same time.
Shepard, down here! Bastards got me in the leg!
We need to get off this station.
I'm not going anywhere till someone fixes my leg.
Should be some meta-gel in the first aid station on the wall.
You take cover differently. It's a lot more pushing the A button, and the sprint is a little bit better. The sprint didn't look that good in the first game. These are all real slight things. Oh yeah, but instead of weapon mods, you can have disruptor ammo and incendiary ammo as a power.
Guess that makes us even now. I thought maybe I could shut down the security mix.
You know, I didn't really need to explain all that stuff because it's sort of background observations that you would have picked up on anyways.
You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot.
I don't trust any of you.
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe.
I mean, it definitely seems like it's going to be difficult for you to follow the story and what's going on
Forget about Miranda.
if I'm talking, but why would you watch this video game
There's no way
if
she
you
survived.
haven't already
Bunch
played
of
it
mechs
yourself?
won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we
Well, I
heard from
hope
her?
I'm not ruining
There are only
anything
two
for
possible
you.
explanations. She's either dead or she's a traitor.
If Miranda's dead,
Either
there's nothing
way.
we can do. We have to save our own asses right now.
The shuttle bay is only a few.
Subdue
We
and
can
suppress.
overload the canisters
So you
to
can see
clear
it's
a path
really
to the shuttles.
cinematic. Action packed.
Nice trip.
That's it. Let's get out of here.
Okay, we took him down. But this
It's
is
almost
getting
like
tense.
watching a soap
Shepard, if I
opera
tell you
or
who
a
we work
TV
for,
show or something.
Trust me.
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
Yeah, it's
We
supposed to
won't make it
be
as
like
expected.
a TV
We've
show.
been controlled by Cerberus.
They're trying to,
I wiped out my
you
share
know,
of
do be the
Cerberus
next
projects when I was
step
suspected.
in dialogue
Back then, they were trying to kill
options
me.
or
Why the change of heart?
RPG
Those
role-playing
answers are
games
way
in
above
general.
my pay grade. Basically, things
The
change.
BioWare
The Alliance
games
declared
also
you dead.
have the
They gave
Dragon
up.
Age
Cerberus spent a
series,
fortune
which
to bring you
is
back.
similar, but it
Looks
doesn't.
like we suspicious
I haven't
too.
gotten into
Right now,
Dragon
we have
Age
to work
yet,
together.
but I did just
thought
get
you
Dragon
know
Age
what's
Origins on computer.
Once
I
we're off the
haven't tried it
station, I'll
out
take
yet.
you to the Elusive Man.
I rented
He'll
one of the
explain
Dragon
everything.
Age games before,
Promise.
but it should be pretty similar to
Well,
Mass
if I won't get
Effect.
any more answers here, let's get moving.
The same way
It's not much
Knights of the
farther
Old
to the
Republic was similar to Neverwinter Nights. And Jade Empire, though Jade Empire was really different. And here you're matching different text that you see, these ones that are moving. I feel like it's sort of teaching you speed reading a little bit, and you can interpret that however you want. Or the different colored text, maybe you can imagine groups of people talking, and the attitudes that they're having, and how much one person's talking, and how much other people are talking. Or it's also like the text that is involved in coding. Maybe that's what scanning really fast, read a lot faster, and recognize stuff. I mean, that doesn't really have much to do with the video game. Just some extra interpretation. What is it going for? And then this, this is almost kind of a hassle. It's giving you like the stupidest thing, but then this is, I don't know if you've ever played a matching card game before, not since you were in elementary school. Yeah, it's almost like solving a math problem. It's like the most basic logic and reasoning, but then it's also kind of just sort of annoying. And we still bypass things with Omnigel. We still have Omnigel. It's like, oh, it's only going to take 10 seconds. Like, oh no, a mini game.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
Yeah, Wilson betrayed us all.
If you say so.
But then
What's our next step?
Cerberus
Get
was
on the shuttle
bad
and go.
already.
My boss wants to speak to you.
You mean the
And
elusive man?
I have to trust
I know you
you.
work for Cerberus.
I have no idea
Ah,
what's
Jake.
going on.
I should have known your conscience would get the better of you.
Or maybe
Lying
these
to
two
the
don't even
commander
trust
isn't the
each
way to get
other.
him to
Who
join
knows
our
what's even
cause.
going
Well,
on?
since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go,
Well,
Commander?
let's go.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your
It's
case.
like not doing
Come
any
on.
follow-up questions. Well, it's already been 20 minutes. I'm trying to do these episodes as if it was a TV show. So, like, if it goes over 20 minutes, it's already been 20 minutes of me playing the game
Before you
or
meet
someone
with the elusive
watching.
man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda. More tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
And it would have
It's been 2
taken
years
longer
since the
to
attack.
ask
The
both
elusive
of
man
them
needs to
every
know that
question
Shepard's personality
available.
and memories are intact.
I
Ask
feel
questions.
fine.
This is a waste of time. I feel as good as ever.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you grew up on Earth. Tough environment, no parents. You enlisted and you survived a Thresher Maw attack that wiped out the rest of your team. Do you remember that?
We're
We
done
should move
here.
on.
Let's try something else then. Shepard, think back to the Citadel. After the Council died on the Destiny Ascension and you killed Saren.
That was kind of funny.
What happened next?
Anderson led a new
With the
council.
council dead, humanity stepped into power. We formed a new council. I recommended Captain Anderson to lead it.
Yes, Captain Anderson is now Counselor Anderson. Though from what I hear, he preferred life in the military.
Still, good to know that the human council member isn't going to put politics ahead of defense.
Your memory seems solid. There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough.
Elusive man. And
elusive
the
man is waiting for
elusive
you in the other
man
room.
is now becoming the main villain of the Mass Effect trilogy since he's going on to the 3rd Mass Effect. He's not exactly the main villain, but he's a reoccurring character still, and ultimately antagonistic. Not exactly ultimately antagonistic.
Commander Shepard.
Elusive man.
Elusive man. I thought we'd be meeting face to face.
Unnecessary
You thought
precaution.
wrong.
Not unusual for people who know what you and I know.
What do we know?
And what exactly is it that you and I know?
That our place in the universe is more fragile than we'd like to think. That one man, one very specific man, might be all that stands between humanity and the greatest threat of our brief existence.
The Reapers.
Good to see you.
And I didn't even know if I wanted to keep on
Cut to the
playing
chase.
for the first
What
episode
did the
to
Reapers
this
do when
point,
they
but
decide
it
to
still
bring me
made
back?
sense to do. It's like, well, I already got off
We're
that
at
station,
war.
maybe I can
No
just
one wants to admit it,
save
but
and quit
humanity is
here,
under
but the
attack.
game has
While you've
very
been asleep,
specific
entire
mission
colonies
levels.
have been disappearing. Human colonies.
Oh, well.
We believe it's
Mission
someone
is going to
working
be
for
over
Reapers,
soon.
Just as Saren and Geth aided Sovereign. You've seen it yourself. You bested all of them. That's just one reason we chose you.
If what you say is true, if the Reapers are behind this, I'd consider helping you.
I'd be
Yeah, it was
disappointed
already
if you
sort of
accepted
3
this without
years
seeing for
since the
yourself.
first Mass Effect, and maybe you don't
I have a
remember
shuttle
that
ready to
you,
take you to
when
Freedom's
you're playing
Progress,
Mass
the
Effect
latest
2,
colony to be abducted.
or maybe you just played the first Mass Effect
Miranda
for the
and Jacob
first
will brief
time.
you.
What do you think I'll find
But if you
there?
played it on release,
that,
it's 3 years
I wouldn't
later,
send you.
and you're
Find any
older,
clues you can.
is the thing
Who's
is,
abducting the colony?
and you were supposed to
Do they
be
have any connection to the
17
Reapers?
when you played
I
the
brought
first
you
Mass
back.
Effect, since it's
It's up to
rated
you
M
to
for
do the rest.
mature. So you're supposed to have been 17 back when it was released, or you're 17 now and you just played the game. I don't know. Now Mass Effect 2's coming out. You're older, and now it's probably something you shouldn't really be doing, but that's the same with all video games. But then you do have this much time to do something. But then there's also just like raving about it, and talking about it like it's just so awesome. Like, oh no, you need to play this video game.
The Elusive Man is very impressed with you. I'm eager to see if you can live up to his expectations on this
Yeah,
mission.
well, it's definitely looking
We'll find
good
out what happened
here.
to those colonists.
Well, at least you're confident. Let's hope it's not misplaced.
For someone who spent 2 years putting me back together, you don't
I
seem
mean,
real
how is
fond
it
of
just
me.
looking good? Well, like,
I
what
have
else
the utmost respect
compares
for
to
your
it?
abilities, Shepard. It's your motivations that concern me. I believe in what Cerberus stands for. Only time will tell if you prove to be an asset or a liability to our cause.
It's obvious you're not interested in talking.
We've got an assignment. We can talk about it or we can do it.
Looks like, wait. And there's that armor thing over there. See, mission complete. Alright, I'll see you guys next time.